BTS News Today. The morning sun had just begun to touch the shoreline with its golden warmth when several black, tinted glass vehicles slowly entered a hidden parking area behind the wild bushes of Venice Beach, California. There were no flashy signs, no production flags, no crew members wandering around in usual filming gear. Yet, to the trained eye, there was already a slight tension in the air. Regular beachgoers who were enjoying the sunshine started to wonder when they noticed several large men dressed in all black standing firmly near the beach, blocking public access to a particular fenced-off sandy area with no explanation. "Sorry, you can't go in here. This area is closed for a special activity," said one of the guards to a curious tourist. But none of them gave clear answers. Even when a few devoted fans who recognized the silhouette of HYBE's van tried to approach in hopes of catching a glimpse of their idols, they were immediately asked to step back. Amid the silence, whispers began to spread among Global Army. Was this a secret project? Or something even bigger being kept completely under wraps? A few hours later, as the sun climbed higher, minor commotion started to surface on Twitter and Weverse. Some locals claimed they saw two very familiar figures walking along the sand, laughing softly and speaking in Korean. "It looked like Jimin and Jungkook," said one eyewitness who managed to record the silhouettes from afar. "They were very cautious, but I could tell by the way they walked, their posture, and even their little laughs. It was them, I'm sure." But what was really happening there? An insider from the Korean entertainment industry, who asked to remain anonymous, offered a small hint. They're filming something extremely sensitive and confidential. The project hasn't been announced because they want to preserve the element of surprise. Even some internal HYBE staff weren't informed in detail. What's certain is that this location was surveyed 2 weeks ago. The beach was privately rented by a third party to cover their tracks. Even more intriguing, an LA-based entertainment journalist who happened to be nearby reported unusual activity over the past few days from a Korean production crew known for handling music videos and documentaries. They brought heavy equipment, including red cameras and drones with specialized stabilizers. Yet all labels on the gear and camera cases were covered. The crew's identities were clearly being kept secret. This sparked new speculation. Was this part of a personal documentary project? Or perhaps the early step of an unexpected comeback? Since BTS began their military service and group activities slowed down, attention on each member has increased dramatically. Especially Jungkook and Jimin, who have been spotted together several times, despite no official explanation from the agency. But today felt different. There was a deeper sense that whatever they were filming on that beach wasn't just ordinary content. One fan, who managed to get a bit closer using a phone with a telescope lens, shared their capture on social media. The image was blurry, but it showed two men standing very close together, facing the roaring ocean. One appeared to be sitting and holding a piece of paper, while the other stood behind him, seemingly speaking gently or reading a script. Many speculated that it might be a scene for a mini-film or a personal artistic documentary. Shockingly, within minutes of that video going viral, the post disappeared, followed by an apology from the account owner. "Sorry, I was asked to delete it for legal reasons," they wrote. That incident only fueled the online frenzy. Fans became even more curious, and many began piecing together wild theories from the scattered clues. Could they be preparing a special release for BTS's debut anniversary next year? Or is this an independent project they've been keeping secret from HYBE? At exactly 2 p.m., several vehicles reappeared, and 2 of the vans were seen exiting the beach. Amateur photographers tried to follow them, but were again stopped by beach security who had been given specific instructions to maintain the perimeter. Still, one fan managed to capture faint music coming from inside one of the vans. In their post, a soft piano melody could be heard, never heard before. The lyrics, "Even if the waves erase our names, we still know who we are." That line went instantly viral. It felt deeply personal, as if written from raw emotion, perhaps about a relationship, memories, or even their future as a duo. Did Jimin write it? Or was it from Jungkook himself? Meanwhile, Big Hit's official Twitter account remained silent. No statements, no clarifications. Only one cryptic tweet appeared that evening, which further ignited the situation. "The truth lies beyond the tide." Waterwave hashtag coming soon. Immediately, the hashtags #BeyondTheTide, #JKook at the beach, and hashtag Venice secret shoot began trending globally. Within BTS fan Discord communities, a new leak emerged from someone claiming to be part of the logistics crew. They stated that 6 different scenes had been filmed throughout the day, including a sunrise shot, close interactions, a solo scene of Jimin by the water during sunset, and an emotional moment where Jungkook played a small guitar atop a rocky ledge facing the sea. They both seemed really sincere, almost like they weren't acting at all. I don't even know if this is for music, a documentary, or a short film. But the vibe, it was very personal. The source said that a Korean-American cultural analyst noted that the trend of K-pop artists creating works outside their agencies is growing. If this really is an independent project, then Jimin and Jungkook are making history. They're trying to reclaim their narrative, build their own story, and reach fans on a more intimate level. This isn't about promotion. It's about expression. They shared in a local Korean radio interview in LA.by Nightfall. The online frenzy hadn't slowed. Fans dissected every tiny clue. A line Jimin had written 2 weeks ago on Weverse, "Sometimes I want to walk alone by the sea and remember everything from the beginning," was now seen as a foreshadowing. Likewise, an Instagram story from Jungkook showing just sand with the caption, "Where it all started," became another major clue. There's still no official confirmation, but fans' curiosity is unstoppable. Now they wait. What's coming next? Is this the start of a secret collaboration? Or a quiet declaration from 2 friends who have shared everything and are finally ready to speak their truth through something more than music, but a story? One thing is certain. Whatever they filmed on that beach today has shaken the world. And the world can only hold its breath, waiting for the next wave to bring answers. Or even deeper questions. A night fully settled over Venice Beach. The streetlights couldn't quite chase away the darkness hugging the sands and ocean. But in one corner of the beach, once tightly guarded by bodyguards and production staff, footprints still remained in the wet sand. The footprints of 2 people who, according to witnesses, had walked hand in hand toward the sea before sitting side by side on a large rock facing the Pacific Ocean. The rumors only grew wilder. Some claimed that Jimin and Jungkook had just wrapped the final scenes of a project they designed themselves, without direct permission from HYB. A former video editor from a Korean visual company, posting anonymously, wrote a long thread saying the project wasn't just a music video. It was an artistic video diary that would become part of a short documentary film titled The Shoreline. According to the leak, The Shoreline will be a kind of heartfelt confession about 2 young artists who have grown up together in one group, but now stand at a crossroads between loyalty to the group that raised them and a personal longing to express who they truly are. That video isn't about BTS, the post read. It's about 2 humans, 2 friends, and a feeling that's been quietly lingering beneath the applause of the world.